Fellow geeks and nerds, welcome to the Geeks Journal. I'm Gareth, just in case you've forgotten, and I know it's been a little longer between episodes than I would like. Unfortunately, sometimes life gets in the way, but I am back and making up for it with a packed show. Today we're going to take a look at some of the latest trailers, particularly those that came from this year's San Diego Comic-Con. So let's kick things off by jumping into the deep end, quite literally. Believed to be set after the events of Justice League, with some flashbacks thrown in to finally give another one of the League members a backstory, Aquaman Arthur Curry is caught in a battle between the surface dwellers that threaten his oceans and his own people who already lash out and invade the surface. So, it's no secret that Aquaman has been the butt of jokes for decades in the nerd community. This version of the character certainly appears to be trying to be as far removed from that perception as possible by casting everyone's favourite Guinness-guzzling, axe-throwing former Dothraki king, Jason Momoa. Now, will it be anything groundbreaking? Sadly doubtful. Am I looking forward to it? Hell yes. Now, I concede that the DC movies have not been as popular as everyone would like, but in spite of various, in some cases ample, plot holes, I still enjoy them. Now, of course, let's not forget DC's other make-or-break feature for the franchise. Shazam sees teenager Billy Batson become imbued with superhuman powers from an ancient wizard by turning him into an adult male with invincibility, super strength, and the ability to fly, all of which is made possible by uttering one simple word. So, I was dubious about this for a long time, but I'm a fan of Zachary Levi, and in what can only be described as DC's version of Tom Hanks's Big. I honestly think this could be a fun film to see if watched in the proper context, and by that I mean to be treated so far removed from any other DC movie that has been made so far. It looks like there's going to be a lot of comedy, very light in tone, could be quite a nice family film.
Oh hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
Something that's probably not going to be as light in tone as that will be that of Sony and Marvel's contribution in everyone's favourite symbiote anti-hero. Following a scandal, journalist Eddie Brock attempts to revive his career by investigating the Life Foundation, but comes into contact with an alien symbiote that bonds with Brock, giving him superpowers as long as they share the same body, becoming Venom. I mean, I'm definitely more up for this now that we've seen a lot more of Venom in the latest trailers and what he's capable of. There's some really interesting moments in this. I'm hoping we're not seeing all of the best bits in the trailer, but I particularly like elements like Venom popping out of Eddie Brock's shoulder to have a conversation. Also very interested to see that Rogue One's Riz Ahmed's character and the symbiote that he will be commanding isn't actually going to be Carnage, but given that Ahmed's character is Carlton Drake, the symbiote is actually going to be Riot. Now, Riot first appeared in the 1993 comic run for Marvel, Venom Lethal Protector, and is one of 5 symbiotes that were forcibly spawned from Venom by the Life Foundation to be used as guards and enforcers for them and their clients. Given that more than one symbiote features in the movie, it's possible that we might get a tease at Carnage being in the next symbiote, but however awesome as that would be, I'm really not holding out hope at this stage. Regarding Venom himself, I think it's a great look. I think Tom Hardy seems to be a good fit. Plus, over the years, Hardy seems to have been a bit more selective over the projects that he takes on, which gives the impression that he believes in the movie and we can finally see an Eddie Brock and Venom that we actually deserve.
It makes me happy.
That makes 2 of us, Topher. Okay, people, be prepared for some spoilers ahead, just in case. Now, one thing that is relatively certain is that we probably won't see Tom Holland's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man crossover in this movie. Given that Venom is actually set in San Francisco and Spidey resides on the opposite coast in New York, it doesn't seem to be on the cards this time around.
I don't feel so good.
Neither do I, Peter, but that's just the way it goes, really. However, recently, it has been revealed that Venom will actually receive a PG-13 rating in an effort that Sony will not alienate its younger viewers, with a hope of then integrating Venom into the Marvel Cinematic Universe at a later date. So, you never know. We might finally get to see Holland and Hardy share the screen together, but I doubt it's going to be anytime soon. Okay, spoilers done now. Let's crack on. Well, this is it. Finally, my top pick, Godzilla, King of Monsters. Let's take a look. King of Monsters is the third installment into Legendary's Monsterverse, first being Godzilla and then Kong Skull Island, which follows the efforts of the cryptozoological agency Monarch and its members face off against a battery of god-sized monsters, including Godzilla, who then collides with Mothra, Rodan, and his ultimate nemesis, the three-headed King Ghidorah. When these ancient superspecies, which are thought to be mere myths prior, rise again, they all vie for supremacy, leaving humanity's very existence hanging in the balance. This, to me, is just the icing on the cake, really. I mean, I absolutely love the first film that Gareth Edwards directed, and this stands to be no different, with a star-studded cast seeing the return of Ken Watanabe and Sally Hawkins, as well as additions to the canon in Bates Motel's Vera Farmiga, Charles Dance, Silicon Valley's Thomas Middleditch, and Stranger Things' Millie Bobby Brown. I can't imagine that disappointment is really going to be an option. But enough about the human casting. Let's take a minute to talk about the real reason that we watch these films, and that's the kaiju. I mean, come on. Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, they all look awesome. I highly doubt that Kong's going to be making an appearance in this film, given that they've got Godzilla vs. Kong set for a 2020 release. But even if he does turn up in any capacity, in an after-credit scene or anything, I'm genuinely going to lose my shit. I'm so excited for the potential of this film. Sadly, that's all we have time for this entry. Thank you as always for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. The Geeks Journal is also on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, which is showing up on the screen at the moment. And please add us for additional posts, sharing news as it develops. As for YouTube, more content will be coming very soon, including the impending rant on reboots, the first feature revisiting of a classic movie, not to mention any news in general I can throw your way. Thanks again, and until next time, end of line.